Cursor or Windsurf? Which one should you be using? No. The real question is which one should I be using as a beginner vibe coder? In this video, I'm going to be comparing the AI agents in both of these editors side by side on a project I've been building for the past 2 weeks. We're going to implement a new feature and see which one does the best job. But at the very least, by the end of this video, you'll know which editor I'm going to be moving forward with, and hopefully you'll have enough information to make your own decision on which editor you want to be using. But before we jump into the side-by-side comparison, you're probably wondering what exact metric am I using to make my decision? This is going to be a little subjective. I'm going to be using what's called trust. Have you heard of it? How much do I trust these agents to not write a bunch of verbose code that literally doesn't need to be there, not break existing code that already works, not install a bunch of packages that I don't even need. These are the kinds of things I am looking for when I'm evaluating which editor agent I want to be using. If you disagree with my metric, feel free to leave that negative comments down below. I will troll you. But in the meanwhile, keep watching because we're about to get into the side-by-side agent comparison. Let's quickly take a look at the project that we'll be using as a guinea pig for this experiment. Lately, I've been really lazy at building YouTube thumbnails for these videos. I decided, what the heck? Why don't I just make a YouTube thumbnail builder? So in the past week, I did that. And now I have thumbnail templates that I can use. And all I have to do is add a new reaction image every week, change the text, and boom, I'm ready to go. Now, what feature do I want the AI agent to add on to this YouTube thumbnail builder application? Let's have the AI agent add this thumbnail as a template to the application. We'll see if it works before I pull out all my hair. All right, Cursor, you're first. My project is using Next.js. I have attached the new thumbnail template into the chat. I wrote a little prompt here. Create another thumbnail template based on the image I gave you. It should be called before or after. You may take a look at the previously created thumbnail components to see how I have set this up. Make sure that all text as well as the two reaction image in the thumbnail is editable. Add any relevant reactive states to the Zastan store and make sure it is all hooked up and ready for use. I will also make sure that I am using the Claude 3.7 Sonnet because that's the most reliable model right now. Fight me. Okay, already one pet peeve with Cursor. I don't know why it always gives me this error the first time I hit enter. Not a huge deal, just annoying. Another ding for Cursor. Every time it runs a terminal command in chat, it always gets stuck. Always, I swear. I've never had it once just work and continue because every single time that it comes up with terminal command like this, I have to always click move to background before it actually proceeds to the next step. This is very annoying. What happens if I want to just give it a prompt and go to the bathroom and come back just to realize that, oh, it's stuck on this first terminal command run. Just wasted minutes. Let's see what's happened. This really drives me nuts sometimes. Okay, before, after. Didn't even work. Okay, now I'm feeling a little insecure and offended. Thank you very much, Cursor. I think I need to at least try a little bit harder than this. If I code this out, I can probably do it faster than how long it would take me to prompt this out. But for your sake, I'm suffering. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to help me with my insecurity. Moving on. Oh my God. Okay, let's get this.
1 hour later.
There we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Oh no. Okay, I mean, close. But the image I cannot replace. And now it completely broke it. Look at that. It's broken. Reject. I cannot replace. Alright, this is I guess this is where we've landed with Cursor. Before we move on to Windsurf, let's go ahead and review the code changes that Cursor Agent has made. We have the editor, or okay. Yeah, that looks fine. That's what I would have done. Yeah, this is fine too. Before and after preview. What is this? It's not being used by anything. Why did you generate that, Cursor? Why did you generate that? Okay, and then we have before, after thumbnail, right? Yeah, a bunch of states. Understandable. Why can't you just use Tailwind? And then we have a thumbnail PNG that is nothing. Thank you for creating that. And then it created a HTML file. Why do I need an HTML file? I am so confused why this is even here. I legit have no idea why this is here. The Zustan store for managing states. Okay, I mean, before, after banner color, it added extra features that I did not ask for. Cursor, I don't want you to add extra features. Just do what I told you to do, please. Given that it wrote a bit, you know, some right code. Yeah. I mean, we're just gonna move on to Windsurf. We'll see how this battle ends. Alright, I gave Windsurf the exact same prompt as I did with Cursor. Let's go. One thing I do want to mention about Windsurf is that sometimes the thought process does take quite a bit longer than Cursor, so maybe... Alright, moment of truth. Let's click on it. I'm not actually sure we're getting any better results with Windsurf. At least its pricing is lower. But let's go ahead and give it some love and see if we can make this work. Let's see if I can make this work. I'm just gonna remind you that we're trying to create this thumbnail template. Let's get the image right first. Alright, not gonna lie, this is quite unexpected. Windsurf actually created something usable. Now, before we get to the verdict, let's actually check out what kind of code Windsurf has blessed us with. I'm kind of scared to look at this, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Alright, at least maybe one less file than Cursor. It still added a PNG file for whatever weird reason, which, sure, why not? Okay, this is the store, so it's just states. It has, I don't know why it touched some other states. And it updated the time on the timestamp. Why would you? Oh my gosh. Oh my. Alright, sure. You've touched other code than what I told you to do, Windsurf. That's a ding on your, that's a -1, minus 10,000. I am sorry, but let's keep going. Wow, yeah. Surprisingly not terrible, but also not amazing. It flopped the first try, and it still took me like 20 minutes to get it to where it was usable. At this point, you're probably wondering which editor am I going to choose? Well, you know what? I'm going to let the results speak for themselves. Let's take a quick look here. Here we have Cursor's result. And here we have Windsurf. We can look at them side by side. Which one would you choose? Because for me, there's a clear winner, and it's Windsurf.